This is WSMV 4 News at 5.
Where's JoJo? Where's JoJo? And they wouldn't tell me, and I said, is there anybody in there? And then they said, there's one man, DOA.
Wow, first at 5, heartbreak sets in across Middle Tennessee as communities mourn the 6 people who lost their lives in Saturday's tornado outbreak.
3 people were killed in Madison, 3 more in Clarksville. Tonight, we are beginning to learn their names and their stories. Thanks for joining us tonight at 5 o'clock. Several tornadoes touched down in Middle Tennessee on Saturday, leaving catastrophic damage in their wake.
Hundreds of homes from Clarksville to Nashville to Hendersonville were completely flattened. Dozens of people were hurt. 6 of them, as we told you, have died.
The first deadly storm was this one you see here in Clarksville. This is a time lapse of that tornado moving through. Preliminary reports show this was an EF3 tornado, and it was on the ground for so long that it tore through multiple counties in Kentucky.
And tonight we know the names of all of the victims. 10-year-old Arlen Cody was at his home with his family when the tornado struck. He did not make it out. Donna Allen was from Florida. She was visiting her son and grandkids for the holidays when she was killed. And in the last hour, police identified the 3rd victim as Clarksville man Stephen Hayes.
A few hours later, a different tornado tore through the Nashville area, going through Madison and Hendersonville. Here this is on the ground in Madison, destroying right there you see an NES substation, causing those explosions to go off there.
3 people were killed on Nesbitt Lane in Madison when the winds picked up a mobile home and whipped it into a house. Both were destroyed. Floridima Perez and her 2-year-old son Anthony died in the house. Joseph Dalton was killed in the mobile home. Each of them have a young son who survived.
Yeah, so tonight we have live team coverage across the mid-state with a look at what's left and the damage left behind as communities band together to build back.
Our Lauren Lowry leads our live team coverage. From Lauren, it's hard to comprehend the scope of the damage there.
Yeah, and Lauren has been live all afternoon long for us. Lauren, what do you see?
Yeah, you guys, as the sun is going down here, we're still seeing the NES crews hard at work. Just moments before you came to me, I was seeing probably about 12 people who walked by just in the last few minutes. They were taking food to the workers, and then anyone else who's still on this road trying to get their last belongings before finding another warm place to sleep tonight. Now, earlier I was able to walk through a home here in Nesbitt Lane with a man whose mom and niece were inside during the storm. His name is Devon, and he shared with me that he was working at the time, and after the tornado came through on Saturday, he was calling his mom, but his mom wouldn't answer. And he said he was holding back the tears while he was speeding from work, trying to get back home, and he had to park about a half mile away. But he was sobbing as he was sprinting down this road, the exact road where I'm standing, and he was just trying to get to his home. And he walked up right as rescuers were getting his mom and his niece out of the house, and again, at the exact same time. So thankfully his family's okay, but his home is certainly not okay. And that's the story over and over across the mid-state now. And we do want to take you to Clarksville, where we're hearing from the loved ones of one of the victims, 10-year-old Arlen Cody. Our Danielle Ledbetter joins us right now. Danielle, you were able to speak with the person who set up a GoFundMe for this family.
Yeah, that's right, Lauren, and we're here on Henry Place Boulevard in Clarksville, and this is where a cross was placed for Arlen Cody after he passed away this weekend. Now the community is coming together to show support for his family.
When you walk into Wyatt Johnson Toyota, you see Arlen's dad's desk. But today it's empty as they deal with not only losing everything, but also losing their 10-year-old son.
He would talk about Arlen and all of his kids and how proud he was of them, how much he loves them, and the whole family very tight-knit.
When his work family heard the news,
overwhelming with emotions, trying to figure out how we as a work family can help him and support him.
Sunday and Monday, crews picking up debris and sorting through personal belongings. One of those crews was from Wyatt Johnson Toyota.
We went yesterday with 50-plus people from the company to go help gather some of his personal belongings.
After going to the house, they said they knew the family needed more.
And just seeing the devastation and what they would have to go through, we thought we needed to immediately get him some funds.
So they started a GoFundMe for the Burnhams.
Yesterday was a thought of $5,000. once we exceeded that 5,000, we really thought, well, maybe we'll hit 10,000, and it exceeded to 20,000, and we had no idea that it would exceed. So I just want to thank the entire community.
And right now, that GoFundMe is sitting at about $152,000. And Brian Burkeen with Wyatt Johnson Toyota, he told me the family is grateful for all of the support they received. In Clarksville, Danielle Ledbetter, WSMV4.
Danielle, thank you. And tonight we are hearing from the Clarksville Mayor, Joe Pitts. He is working to rebuild the city right along with so many of his neighbors and colleagues. He says Clarksville is one big family and his heart breaks to see what's happened there.
And our prayers are with those families, especially the families of the 10-year-old boy. I did not know him, but we are family, and I'm sure we have connections somehow. But our city, we're proud, we're patriotic, we're resilient, and our resolve is strong, and we'll recover.
Yeah, you know, the impact from these storms can be felt all across Middle Tennessee. I'm here in Madison on Nesbitt Lane. It's one of the places where 3 people lost their life, and all up and down the street you can see homes that have lost their roofs, or even the sides of some of the homes completely fallen off, and they appear like doll houses. You can see right inside. It's remarkable, and it's not the only place like this. Nashville Mayor Freddie O'Connell says he is so proud to see how Nashville has responded in the face of such tragedy.
Unfortunately, Nashville as a city has had to develop a lot of resiliency, but I'm especially proud of what I saw this weekend about how Nashville responds. We learned that Nashville's resolve is even stronger than we thought. I know we'll be there for our neighbors. We're in this together.
And tonight we're also hearing some remarkable stories of survival from all across the mid-state, but especially here in Madison. Our Courtney Allen joins us live right now tonight. She is outside the Northgate Park, the Northgate Business Park specifically. Courtney, you actually talked to a man who hid in the bathroom while the tornado was ripping apart that building.
That's right, Lauren. Just 2 nights ago now, that man, the owner of a local music studio, and his friend were exactly where I'm standing right now, the lobby of his music studio, hanging out, playing music together when the tornado tore through. And you can see, I mean, what's left of it now. 2 days later, they were back here picking up the pieces this afternoon. Now, they say that when the tornado tore through, they ran into the bathroom, and they say that measure saved their lives. While they were in the bathroom, they really thought it was their last moments here on Earth. It was so loud, the rain whipping against the building, and they said that they called their family, their loved ones, to say goodbye. But thankfully, they did make it out alive, and whenever they walked out, they saw just how devastated not only their business was, but all the surrounding ones as well. Listen to the moments of when they were in the bathroom earlier.
And it sounded like, I told that guy over there, like 2 giants fighting up in there. I mean, it was like metal grinding and rain pouring and beams flying through everywhere. And then it got quiet.
And that was such an emotional interview with that business owner. You're going to be hearing more from him tonight at 10, just on how thankful he is to still be alive here on this earth. And we're also going to hear from other business owners in the area who say that their children were here at this very location just minutes before the tornado tore through. Again, all of this coming up tonight on WSMV4 at 10. Lauren.
Okay, Courtney Allen reporting live there for us. Of course, in Madison, I'm also in Madison, where homes all up and down the street are kind of the poster child for why our First Alert team says when they say get in your safe place, this is what they're talking about. Because at any point, a tree could be uprooted, it could fall into your home and create some pretty significant damage. Earlier, I was able to walk down to that specific tree that you're looking at, and the root ball is actually taller than me. So you're talking about significant damage all throughout the city. Marius and Lydia, not only damage, but even lives lost. And we'll continue to have coverage for you, not just here on the ground, but also on our free WSMV4 News app.
And Lauren, we will continue to heal and continue to help this community heal. We have a lot more coverage of this weekend's tornadoes coming your way.
Updates on power outages, school closures, and help available for anyone who needs it is all still ahead. For now, though, we do want to check on today's weather. You know, once the storms passed, If you felt it, it suddenly got extremely clear and extremely cold.
Yeah, First Alert Chief Meteorologist Lisa Spencer joins us now to break it all down. Lisa, we're going to have some cold mornings.
We are, and you know what? It's all related to the storm system that came through. We had the jet stream to the north, to the south, and a big area of low pressure was tracking across the mid-state. Trailing was that front. So we had the thunderstorms out ahead of the front. Now we're on the back side of this whole system. The cold air is rushed in, and tonight we'll be down to 27 degrees. And we'll stay with these cold temperatures as we make our way through the rest of the week. It will be chilly in the mornings with those numbers right around freezing and just creeping above that by the time we get to Saturday. Right now, just a gorgeous shot of downtown. We are checking in with 45 degrees. The wind is calm right now, which is very helpful when you've got temperatures that are this chilly. 44 in Clarksville, over to Murfreesboro, 43 degrees, and McMinnville now is at 39 degrees. A clear sky across the area. The front that we were tracking has moved well to the east now, and you can see still some impact here in the northeast, but clear sailing for the next several days off to the west. Now we are looking at our temperatures this evening to continue to drop. 41 degrees all the way down into the 30s by midnight. We'll be right at 30, and then the 20s by tomorrow morning. We're going to see a very, very cold air tonight, air mass in place tonight, but we're also going to see some changes later on in the week, and I'll let you know what you can expect coming up with our complete forecast.
Looking forward to that, Lisa. Thank you. Coming up, shocking new video shows the moment an NES substation explodes in Madison. We're going to hear from crews working to get the lights back on for thousands of people.
Plus, storm damage leads to some tough decisions for school leaders. Now, one local district is closing its doors until the new year. Tonight, power crews across our area have made really significant progress in turning the lights back on. There are now fewer than 3,800 outages left in Madison and Hendersonville. Amazing. In Clarksville, it's about 10,000.
Yeah, but these final outages could take days or weeks to repair. That's because a lot of power infrastructure in Middle Tennessee has been completely destroyed. This is brand new surveillance video from NES showing the moments their substation in Madison was hit by the tornado. You see it there?
Wow.
That's explosions. They start, and then suddenly a huge fireball that you see there overtakes the substation.
Gosh, this is all that's left of it tonight. Look at that. There's barely anything there. NES says the two substations that took a direct hit are in Madison and Hendersonville. They are working, of course, to get them back up and running right now.
This was much more severe than normal for us, and so we talked to our suppliers and other utilities. We do appreciate the help from Middle Tennessee Electric. They had some of the material that we needed and brought that over to us yesterday to help us make those repairs.
Yeah, and as you'd imagine all these power outages are really making it tough for local school districts to stay open. Today, Clarksville Montgomery County Schools announced winter break is going to start early. They have to shut down until the new year. This video shows some roof damage at West Creek Elementary in Clarksville. Look at all of that debris just piled up surrounding the outside of the school. And this just in tonight, Sumner County schools will be closed tomorrow as well, but they will reopen on Wednesday.
And if you or someone you know needs somewhere to store all of your stuff due to tornado damage, U-Haul is offering free storage for the next 30 days to tornado victims. The offer is good for anyone in Clarksville, Madison, Hendersonville, or other hard-hit areas. We have more details about the deal on our free WSMV4 News app.
Coming up, a shocking crime rocks the city of Crossville as murder becomes arson, then suicide. We're going to break down what we know about the suspect, a Nashville man, next. Tonight, authorities in Crossville are working to piece together a shocking crime, a murder and arson investigation turned suicide.
Yeah, here's what we know. Last week, 66-year-old Gail Meister died in a house fire in Crossville, but after investigating, police realized she died from being shot. They believe Nashville man Frank Lackey shot her, then set her house on fire and took off.
Yeah, TBI caught Lackey driving her car in Rutherford County, but when a sheriff's deputy pulled him over, he allegedly shot himself in the head. Officials are investigating this as a domestic murder arson and suicide. It's not clear what the pair's relationship was. We're still working to learn more about the case, and we're going to post any new details right here to our free WSMV4 News app.
A man is fighting for his life after being shot in South Nashville. Metro Police say 57-year-old Jesus Sigala is in extremely critical condition. They believe this was a targeted shooting. Police say he was shot in the head while sitting in the front seat of a pickup truck. It happened around 3:15 this morning. A witness says the gunshots came from a small light-colored car. Police are searching for suspects right now.
Tonight, the same storm system that ravaged our area is headed northeast, threatening New York and New England with flooding, dangerous winds, and even snowstorms. In fact, a winter storm warning is in place. New York and Vermont could see 10 to 15 inches of snow over the next 24 hours. Luckily, back home in the mid-state, you know, we have winter weather moving in, but just temperature-wise, right? No snow, all is quiet tonight as we take a live look over the city.
Beautiful out there. Chief Meteorologist Lisa Spencer joins us now with your first alert weather. And Lisa, what should we know about this cold snap that we're going to get, especially during the mornings?
I mean, it's going to be cold like every morning this week. It gets a little better each morning, but still there's going to be chill in the air, no doubt. So that's not going to be so great for folks trying to do some cleanup. But the good news here, we're going to hang on to the clear sky, sunshine for most every day this week. Cold mornings and milder afternoons, and then we are monitoring a storm system this weekend, but let me tell you, it's going to be nothing like this past weekend. But just to catch you up, so far here are some of the preliminary findings from the National Weather Service. Clarksville, of course, confirmed EF3 tornado with 150-mile-per-hour winds there, and then in Cumberland Furnace, preliminary reports an EF2 with 125-mile-per-hour winds with that one, and in Hendersonville, report coming in with an EF2, 125-mile-per-hour winds, and then also in Springfield, looking there at an EF2 tornado with 120-mile-per-hour winds. Now, they're not totally done at the Weather Service with all of their reports. They're going to continue to take a look at what's going on, but so far, this is the latest information that we have on those tornadoes, and we'll be getting more in, and of course, you know we're going to share that with you. Big area of high pressure is going to be in control, and that's going to hang with us for several days. Now, we're going to have this little dry front come through. Not really going to mean much for us at all. We'll look for our winds to kick around to the south and some beautiful sunny afternoons, just some chilly mornings as a part of this forecast. Right now, there's a bit of a chill in the air. We reached 48 this afternoon. It's 45 right now, 38 in Lafayette, 39 there in McMinnville, and 44 is our latest temperature in Clarksville. And you can see here in Clarksville tonight, we've got a clear sky, traffic moving along just fine here in that area, but we know there's some destruction in other areas of Clarksville as we've been showing you throughout the afternoon and into the evening. Right now, we've got a clear sky over downtown. Things are looking good, and it's going to stay that way all the way through morning. We're looking at temperatures to drop into the 20s without that blanket of clouds. 26 degrees in Lawrenceburg in the morning, 27 in Nashville. By afternoon, we're going to add some more degrees onto this. About 56 degrees tomorrow afternoon. Looks pretty good. Mostly sunny for the day. And then tomorrow, we'll go right on into Wednesday, and we'll look for not as cold conditions, but cold. 32 degrees. It'll be right at freezing, so still at the freezing point here, but another day in the mid-50s with sunshine coming up on Wednesday. A recap of what you can expect tomorrow. Beautiful day coming your way. If you're over in Pleasant View, 55, Laverne, you'll be at 56, Mount Juliet at 56 degrees too. Now, I do want to give you an idea of what we're talking about for Saturday into Sunday. This is the storm system. As you can see, most of it's going to stay to the south. We could see a few isolated showers on Sunday, but most of us will be dry coming up this weekend. So good news, we're going to keep you updated on any changes that come about with that. We're looking at a clear sky with 38 around 7, 30 degrees right around 1 in the morning as we start to see those temperatures tumble. And for anybody who works outside, and I'm thinking about those NES workers that are working so hard, it's going to be cold in the morning at 27 degrees, warming up to 40 with lots of sunshine during the day. And another bright and sunny afternoon, 54 degrees right around 4. Our first alert forecast for the next 7 days. How about this? Nice clear sky all the way through to Saturday. Really, really pretty conditions here. Just chilly in the morning, right near freezing, but it does warm up rather quickly. Sunday is when we're carrying that isolated shower or two, and then we'll shave our temperature down just a few degrees on Monday of next week, but a partly cloudy sky is in store. That's a look at our weather for now. We'll be right back.
All night long on WSMV4, we will have live team coverage of Saturday's tornado outbreak. all throughout Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, tonight at 6 o'clock, our Marissa Sulik will bring you the heartbreaking story of a Madison woman who came home after the storms to find her husband dead.
And when I saw the trailer, I just felt like there was no way anybody was going to survive.
But someone did survive, her young son. His story of survival and how the family will look to rebuild without their rock. That story coming up tonight at 6 o'clock.
Gosh, so much emotion coming to us from all parts of the community tonight. We want to thank you for joining us tonight at 5 o'clock. Marius and I are going to be right back here in studio in half an hour with Lauren Lowry joining us live from Madison.
NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you in a half hour.